So we are still at the MG exhibit here at the Auto Expo. A little while back we showed you the MG4 hatchback, electric hatchback, and now we have here on the same stage the eHS. Now in the MG scheme of things, the HS sits above the ZS. The ZS we have seen in the EV form, it's also called the Aster in India. This one at 4.6 meters in length will sit above that. Why am I talking about will sit, will come? Because MG is actually considering this particular vehicle for the Indian market. Now, in terms of the design, however, you see that the design theme is very similar to the ZS EV that originally debuted in India. That means it is the older design language. In fact, this eHS or the HS model line debuted in 2018. That's almost 5 years. So this is not really the vehicle that will come to India. This is a vehicle that they have brought in a few numbers to start road testing in the market, but it will come in a new avatar maybe by 2024 is what I believe. It will have a design theme very similar to what we've seen here on the MG4 or maybe even on the Aster. But what we need to talk about now is what gives it the eHS moniker. So essentially under this hood is a 1.5 liter hybrid powertrain, and with a 16.6 kilowatt hour battery pack, it manages a combined output of about 258 PS. So that's quite a powerful car, and you can see it's quite large as well. So essentially it will go up against cars like the Compass, the Hyundai Tucson, but it is likely to be priced lower than those models in typical MG style when the vehicle actually arrives. Now, I already told you that there is a chance they will bring the new generation or the facelifted HS to the Indian market, but there's also a chance that they might test the waters with a limited run of this particular model, but I really highly doubt that. But if they do that, it allows them to actually price it much lower than what the facelifted model would be, and then get a hold on the market and then launch the facelifted model at a later date. But I believe in today's age of connected tech, in today's age of connected world, the consumer already knows what's the latest and the greatest, and from that perspective an aging product may not really make sense. It would be the facelift that they should launch in the Indian market. Now when I say aging product, it's not really down on tech. If we look at the cabin, you get a 12.3 inch infotainment screen. You also get a digital instrumentation, and the car comes with the full suite of connected tech. That's something that you would definitely expect from MG. It also gets ADAS functionality, and in terms of the creature comforts, in terms of the features, it will be right up there or even maybe better than some of its rivals. Now we've already seen the Tucson push the envelope with technology, with safety tech, etc. And if this car comes to India, this will sort of benchmark itself against the Tucson and spec itself accordingly. So I think it's a very handsome car. The proportions are really good, and with the new age styling, I think it will look even better, because we've seen the sharp styling do wonders for the Aster, even for the ZS EV, and for a vehicle of this size, that sharp new design language will certainly continue to work in its favor, and that should really appeal to the Indian audience as well. Here's another look at the vehicle for you. This one is running on 18-inch rims. Very BMW-like styling there. In fact, even the tail lights, the overall tailgate design, it will sort of remind you of the BMW X1, but in terms of its sheer form, it looks a little larger. The car has a larger appearance than something like the X1, but again, it's not too tall. We talked about how low the MG4 hatchback is, and when you see this car on the same show floor, it immediately highlights that even this is not a very tall car. But I really like the proportions. It is not too imposing. It still has a very handsome character to it. It's not one of those SUVs that look like they want to bite your head off. The tapering roofline, the subtle haunches, all of that looks quite nice in my opinion. Do let me know what are your thoughts about this vehicle, And do you think MG should bring this as is, or wait for the facelifted model to come and then show you a sharper design theme like this? I think I would go with the latter, despite this being quite a handsome product. But I would like to know your thoughts on this as well. Thank you so much for watching.